Hello, good morning. Welcome to TCTSY. This time is yours. Monday morning practice is always offered in the chair, but maybe you aren't able to come Thursdays for a mat practice, and so you might rather prefer to practice on the mat. Today, that is completely fine, okay? Yes, please do so. And if you prefer to stand, if you've been seated all day and you want to stand, you can do that as well. Feel free. My practice looks different every single day. Sometimes society or previous yoga experiences that you might have had, they'll teach you that something is better versus not, and not here. I just want to emphasize that there are some days where your body might need rest, and there are some days that your body might need movement. And so this is a place where you can connect with yourself in this moment to see what you need. So you might begin by perhaps noticing what it feels like to arrive here in your body in this moment. You're welcome, if you'd like, to do a body scan, perhaps scanning the muscles, perhaps in your forehead. Maybe the jaw. Maybe the muscles around your ears or down your neck and shoulders. You might notice how it feels to be seated, standing, lying down, maybe the muscles in your back body, side body. You're welcome to notice any places where you're making contact with, say, the floor or the chair. And if you'd like, you can also notice your breath. You might notice the feeling of air as it enters or exits, as you breathe in or out. There might be a feeling of expansion, or perhaps not. Maybe a sideways expansion somewhere in your top body, or maybe not. Sometimes the feeling is available, sometimes it's not, sometimes you don't feel anything, and all experiences are welcome. And I just invite you, and you're welcome to be curious, to take notice if it feels the same as it did previously, how it feels now, how it feels later in the practice. You're just invited to notice without any label or judgment of good or bad. It's all your experience, and your experience is valuable. You're welcome to set an intention if you like. This intention could be for your practice, it could be a concept or perhaps a word. It could be anything that could be useful to bringing yourself back to your body, bringing your mind back as it wanders to this moment. It could be encouragement for healing, just a way to bring you back to the present moment. Maybe it could be a thought for a person that you'd like to send out. It could be really a lot of different things of your choice. Or if you'd like to not choose an intention, that's welcome as well. If you'd like to focus on your body or breath, again, how you move your body and how you focus your mind is always your choice. So perhaps breathing or focusing on your intention for the count of 2 or 2 breaths. Starting with 2, perhaps. And maybe 1 more. You're always welcome to continue your practice without any movement. If you'd like to watch or listen and remain still, you're welcome to do so. If you would like to move, one option for movement could be perhaps to start with movement of the neck, some type of neck movement, whatever you'd like. It could be a continuous movement, and it could also be synced with your breath if you'd like, perhaps you know, putting your ear from shoulder to shoulder, or if you'd like to pause and be still in one shape, you're welcome to do so as well. You're welcome to move in any way you feel like is in alignment with what you need today. So I'll offer it to perhaps for the count of 4 or 4 breaths. And I invite you to notice any sensations that might arise for you. So perhaps to the count of 4. Maybe 3 more. Maybe 2 more. And if you'd like, maybe 1 more. Another option for movement could be movement of the shoulders. This could be a circular motion if you'd like. They could be synced together, or you could do one side, then the other. The speed is up to you, your choice. If you'd like big movements that are faster, that's one option. If you'd like small movements that are slower, that's another option. You could also do a cross-body stretch. You could pause in the stretch. So maybe again, doing this for the count of 4 or 4 breaths, and it's an opportunity just to notice what you're feeling, perhaps noticing if experience or sensation shifts or changes from side to side or how you move. So perhaps to the count of 4. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. Another option for movement might be a type of opening with your breath as well. Today's focus or today's theme I'd like to offer to be opening. So I can offer some practices of arm opening, front body opening, shoulder opening, perhaps opening of the lower body, always with the understanding that It's your body, and your body is your best teacher. If there is pain, pain is never the goal. So if you feel pain, you're welcome to adjust or back off or reduce in a way or make an adjustment. So if you'd like to do an arm opening or a front body opening, it can be widening your arms from front to back if you'd like. It can also be in a circular motion, perhaps even down through the center if you're interested. Another option could be pausing, perhaps stretching, maybe perhaps clasping your hands behind your back if that's available, or utilizing a chair or whatever is in your space. And offer this for perhaps the count of 6 or 6 breaths. And if you'd like to try one movement continuous and then adjust to pause, I want to provide enough time for that. However you choose to move, perhaps just noticing if any sensation arises, where it might arise, and also perhaps what's happening in your mind as you move. Maybe noticing if there are any topics or themes that continuously arise for you in your mind. Maybe you can just tell it to wait a moment. I'm going to focus on yoga right now, and I'll get back to you later if you want. And you might include a body scan while you're moving if you'd like, noticing if there's any areas of tension that arises as you're moving. It could be somewhere in your face, neck, head, shoulders. So perhaps movement or pause or both to the count of 6. Maybe 5 more. Perhaps 4 more. Maybe 3. Perhaps 2 more. And if you'd like, maybe 1 more. Sometimes after an opening shape, it might be nice to close back up. So I can offer that shape if you'd like, perhaps a forward fold. And this could be done by rounding your shoulders forward. It could be done seated or standing, fully folding over as much as or as far as you'd like. So I'll offer this for perhaps the count of 4 or 4 breaths. But your body, again, is your guide. And so if you feel like you are ready to raise back up, please honor your own experience. And so I'll offer to the count of 4, but you can always do it to the count of 2 or 6 or however long or short you'd like. So perhaps to the count of 4. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. So for legs, one way to do an opening shape could be to step your feet apart from one another. Another way might be to take a step back. Perhaps maybe your positioning can be forward or to the side. I welcome you to try the different shapes, filling into them until you find one that you feel like is in alignment with what feels good, that you'd like to stay in. You can also lean your top body forward towards your front leg if you'd like. You can use your hands to brace. You can go from side to side, perhaps in a slight twist. You can also choose one side and choose to pause there. And then perhaps if you'd like to do the other side. Really depends on how you're feeling today. Depends on what is of interest to your body, but I'll offer it to perhaps the count of 4 breaths, perhaps 4 per side. Yeah. The math never seems to be right, but the results end up just as well. So I'll offer to move for some amount of counts, perhaps 4, maybe not, maybe 4. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And if you'd like, maybe 1 more. And then again, maybe the other side or the other half, maybe another 4. Perhaps 3 more. Maybe 2 more. And maybe 1 more. An opening can mean an opening perhaps of your lower body. It could be an opening perhaps of the back body, the back of the leg, the front of the leg. And really it's up to you how you want to interpret that to mean that concept, how it might apply to you. Another option for opening could be to include a twist. And this could be perhaps twisting with your arm up to the ceiling. You're welcome to pause in that shape. Or it can be continuous movement. It could be synced in with your breath, perhaps the breath in as you raise your arm, a breath out as you lower, or some type of syncing of the breath. All are just options for you to notice where feelings or sensations might arise. One option can be a release of the middle body. Perhaps as you're breathing in, there's expansion. You fill your top body with air. Another option could be hugging in the muscle of the front body, lower front body, and perhaps noticing what happens when you twist. If you are hugging in those muscles, what happens to your breath? And it doesn't have to be an intense hugging in. It can be moderate. It can be a hugging in some place on the spectrum of not at all to more intense. So I'll offer this movement or shape for the count of 4 per side if you like. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. And one more possible option for a movement could be the number 4 shape. And you can focus on your foot during this time. If you'd like to point and flex, you can also move your ankle in a circle, massage your foot. You could apply pressure and guide your knee towards the ground or outside, and you can also lean your front top body forward. All are just options to notice any sensation. It might be on the outside of the leg or some other place in your body. And also perhaps noticing your effort. Does your breath change with effort or not? Or perhaps doing a body scan again. Notice if you are holding any tension in any muscles in your face or to the body. So again, I'll offer this to the count of 4 or 4 breaths. And you're welcome to practice another shape that you'd like to do. How you move into TCTSY is always your choice. So perhaps to the count of 4. Maybe 3 more. Perhaps 2 more. And maybe 1 more. When ready, you're welcome to switch to the other side if you'd like to do so. So perhaps again, noticing there's a difference between sides. perhaps to the count of 4. Maybe 3 more. Maybe 2 more. And you'd like 1 more. The last 3 minutes are reserved for rest, and you can rest in whatever way you'd like, and then we'll return back to close out the practice together at 10:44. You're welcome to notice how it feels to arrive back here in your body in this moment, or if you'd like to spend one last moment with your intention, you're welcome to do so at this time. Thank you so much for your support for this program, for supporting yourself. Whether or not you practiced here or you did some other type of self-care during this time, all are awesome way to support yourself. So thank you so much for your time, your trust, and this opportunity to practice together. I hope to see you again.